Oh yeah. Oh yeah. So, I know everything I have is a mess. Don't look at the wires. It'll be better, really. Okay. This is an Atlantic. This was a reverse in boiler Atlantic chassis. So up here was the reverse unit. It might have had a headlight, I don't know, but obviously there was no smoke. But what we've done is we've cleaned that off. We put an adapter plate on the chassis. We've added in the smoke. And the smoke now has a thermistor for closed loop control. It's temperature driven. The voltage raises and lowers based on temperature. Okay. The air inlet is here and the air exhaust is there, and the air is driven by a propeller inside here, and this is the little DC can motor that runs the fan propeller. So it pulls air in here and pushes it out through there, and it picks up the smoke in this smoke chamber, and there's a heater coil and a temperature sensor that are sitting inside there, and the smoke is regulated by this this board over here, which includes a chip and some stuff, and it manages all that. The pulsing is the fingers that we've been working on, and a drum that has the contact points, and as the contact points go by, the fingers are triggered, they're connected, they become hot, and they send that pulse over to the control boards. We have two. Way down here is a chuff soundboard, and way over there is the smoke puff board. And then, of course, this is the smoke heat regulator. So there's 3 PC boards running off a 9-volt power supply plugged into my power strip. The little motor is running off of my variable DC regulated power supply, the PS305 that I just got from Triplet that my wife bought me. Isn't she amazing? And we're testing now. The new sensors was the idea, because we've been working with all kinds of things. We started with limit switches, and then we went to reed switches. Now we have these fingers, which are actually off of the old reverse unit, and they seem to be extremely reliable. I can speed this up and you can hear the chuff. I mean, there's some gear noise, okay, but the chuff is right there, and it's keeping pace, and so is the smoke. And you pull it down and you can go pretty slow. In DC you can go pretty slow. With the AC it's a little harder. Now it probably isn't going to pull anything, but you know, at higher volts it goes slower. There's some loss, and you'll still get this nice clean chuff. I'm not sure what I'm going to do next. I guess maybe look at the tender and see about wiring this up, and then putting my power supply on the track and running DC through the track, just to see if we can pick it up and use it. Running DC through the track to control the motor, and then motor's not even warm, and then DC also taking that track power to the smart board, the power boards, what I call buck boost boards, to get the 9 and 5 volts regulated out for the DC stuff. Not packaged yet, obviously, but the wiring will get better. We got a smaller, well, we do have a new smaller chuff board and a deeper, hoping louder chuff sound. We also have the smoke regulator actually as a PC board that is also the lid. So it would bolt on, and all this wiring would be gone. It's on a PC board, so that's pretty cool. And at most of the time, everybody just needs power and access to their trigger, and they will work. So it should become a lot more streamlined. This was designed for the older style. I said in one of my videos, the armature, it's not the armature, these are the fields. in the old motor, there's a field sitting up here, and that would sit there. That's why I cut this back off. But if I don't have that back on, I can put an extension. Oops, I can put an extension up here and actually put a PC board there. I also have way too much plastic in the front. You can see that. And so one of the ideas was to cut that on an angle and see if we can't slide a PC board in across there like that. So you have one PC board there, one there, and then one on the thing, and bingo, you got them all figured out, all in the engine. And they just need track power to the motor and 9 volts from that, and they could all run, which would be pretty exciting. So the Progress, highly functional, reliable, and feels good, looks good, all that. So let's keep chugging. We'll see what I'm going to do. I don't know. I got to set up a tender. I suppose the next thing I have a tender base, which is all-wheel pickup, so that'd be exciting. And then there is no regulation because it's just those things regulating the power coming in from this. I don't know. I mean, it sounds like it should work. We'll see. The other thing I have to add on here are lights. Of course, there's lots of LEDs that we want to put on here, but I also have a 4-function, that is 4-button remote soundboard. I need to get that thing. I had it together, tested it worked. I got to put it back together and test it again, and then put it in the system. It needs 9 volts or 5, maybe 5 volts. Oh, we're getting little smoke rings out of there. I don't know if you can see them or not. That's pretty cool. I do have a little leak on the lid. The lid feels a little warm. I'll check all my temps and everything and see how this is regulating. Okay, gang, that's it for now. That's a catch up. Big day for us, putting all these bits and pieces together. I also have a Pacific, well, actually the Royal Blue. It should operate exactly the same as this, just have 3 wheels on a side instead of 2, and then we'll build the Royal Blue out as well. So we're going to have an Atlantic and a Royal Blue beta testers with our new test stuff. Okay, later.